Hi, welcome back to another video on Angular CRUD tutorial. So in this video we're gonna read the records from db.json file and display in table format. In the last video we have learned how to create and submit the data using a reactive forms and save to db.json file. If you haven't watched that video yet, so link is added in the description box, please check out. So let's start this video on how to read the record from db.json file and display in the table format. So in the last video we had added this form. From here we were able to add the data in the db.json. So here it is the db.json and this is the data we had added last time. So we're gonna read the whole data and display in the table format. So we will display the table here. So I have already created a dummy table. So let me just copy from here so that we can save our time. That is just an HTML, static HTML. So that we will paste into home component. This is blank by default. So this is it looks like this is just a dummy data, so we're gonna read from the db.json file. So in order to do that, so go to in the service file. We had only one function to save the data, so we're gonna create a new function to get the data. So I will name it as a get student data, and we will not be receiving any parameter. So and this will be get URL. So base URL, no body. So base URL means this URL slash student, we're gonna get the whole data. So our service file is ready. Now into the component file we will load the data when the page loads. So we will be using ng on init lifecycle hook method. So this is our ng on init method. So in this method we will call a function load student data, and we will create this function outside. So let's define some variable. Let's say public students. So it will be in type. So it is kind of array. So in this array we will be pushing all the data we will get from the API. So we are going to use the service. So let's create the constructor as well to inject our service. So this dot service dot get student data dot subscribe. You remember we need to subscribe all the function who are returning HTTP things. So inside, let's say we are getting the response. So let's console this also. And let's store this to student data. Students array equal to the response. And let's add an error block also. In case the API fails or something fails, so we will be showing the error message in console. So let's see in the console we are able to see the data or not. I will inspect it. So we can see this data. We are able to get all the data in from the db.json to that variable. So we will be using this variable to bind all the data. So I'm going to remove all the hard-coded code. I will be using a loop here, ng for, and let student of students. This is a variable, this is an array. So yes, this is the string interpolation student dot id, or we can say let's display this is id. Student dot name, email, contact. So let's see. So you can see now we are able to fetch all the data from the db.json file, and this is our data we have shown here. If you see in the network tab also, we have this API call, and this is returning the whole data. So in this video we have learned how to fetch all the data from the db.json file. So what we have did is we have created one more function in the API service to get all the data with the method get, and in the home component we have implemented this ng on init hook, and that is called once the page loads. Inside this we have called this function. This function is calling this method from the service file and subscribing it, and we are storing that response to this variable, and this variable we are just looping in this HTML to get all the data. So I hope you have liked the video. So please add comment and like the video, and please subscribe guys. So let's see in the next video. Thanks for watching.